Small size, low price, but does it crawl like the big boys? Let's test it. I'm Simon. This is Forever Young RC. Sequre sent me their new ANT ESC and the 1520 brushless motor. Looks pretty cool. Comes with some cool features. Now it's designed for all your 1/24th, 1/18th scale crawlers. It runs on 2 or 3S LiPo, and it is a very compact form factor. Matter of fact, this is the ESC for the Endura, the NB32. This is the Sequre ESC. It's almost as thick, a little thicker, but this one takes up a larger footprint. This one is a smaller footprint. Plus, it has like an aluminum body. It is waterproof inside. You can look down inside there and see the glue or silicone that's inside there. Now, this gives you an option for a tight chassis layout. Also, clean wiring with JST plugs. And this is a 50 amp and 2 to 3S. It's got a 6 volt, 3 amp BEC in it, which means you're not really going to be able to run, well, you're not going to be able to get the higher power and higher torque numbers out of your better servos. Let's face it, in these small rigs, you know, you don't need that much. Now, there's a lot of videos out on this so far. I'm a little late to the party, so I'm not going to go over every single number and all the breakdown of everything, but I do want to point out what is very nice for myself. I don't usually do regular computers. I just have the iPhone, iPad, stuff like that. So I'm on iOS. This, you can use an app with this to tune and program this. This is great. I like that a lot, which some of them you can't do that. This motor is a 1520 with 3500 kV. And what I have done, they do come with 3 different pinion gears, which is awesome, and they come with all the pigtails you need to connect up the battery and so forth. What I do like about this is they do have a flat grind on the shaft. I really like the pinions from the Purple Viper motor. I'm going to put that pinion on there. I forget, I think it might be like an 11 tooth pinion, something like that, because I don't like pressed pinions if I don't have to use them. So I will be using that pinion on here and see what the gearing's like on it. I think it should be pretty good. We are gonna be installing this in a pretty much bone stock Redcat Ascent 18. I have 2 Redcats, and I have had this one just specifically kept it stock, didn't really do anything, and I had a modified one that I was testing both of them. I've done about all the testing I want to do on them now. We're just going to put the Sequre system in the Redcat. I'm going to install this, let you know how the install was. Then we're going to get it outside and give it a test.
Be professional. I'm not a professional, but I like myself, and I feel like I'm good at it. All right, and we'll need these.
Yeah, that was nice there. Have my son come in, take out the battery cage, change out the wheels and tires. Okay, let's talk about the install experience. It went exactly as planned, nice and easy. You got to excuse this bird nest of wires. If you know me or watch any of my videos at all, you know that I like to take time to shorten my wires and clean everything up. But just for video purposes and getting this tested, we're going to go ahead and roll with it. Everything tucks in there really neat. I really like the look of the ANT ESC in here. The motor looks sharp with some reflective graphics on there. Now the motor bolted right up to the stock transmission on this Ascent 18, and the TRX 4M is basically the same way. At first I thought the motor screws would be a little bit too long, but they weren't too long. I went ahead, put them in there, and I mean, this thing probably mounted up in 5 or 10 minutes. Take the transmission out, split it apart, You know, you take the old motor out. Now I'll get a quick little crawl test for you, a little slow crawl for you. It is nice and slow and very quiet. FOC working great. I've only got a 2S battery in here, but it's working really good. There's, so far, just in here on the little bench test, there's no cogging or chattering or anything, which I did start having a problem with that on the Purple Viper system from Enjora on one of my vehicles. Not on all of them, just on one of them, so might be limited to just that one. I have not went in and changed any settings with the dongle at all. And it came right out of the box, just looking pretty sweet, man. I mean, it's, you know, it's nice and smooth. You can go, you know, as slow as you need to go, slower than you need to go. So, and it's got some good pep to it. We're going to go out to Cul-de-sac Canyon, take it out on the rocks, test it out. We're going to do a heat test on it, see what kind of heat the motor generates. Also going to do a drag brake test. You got to do that. We'll give it a little high-speed run. And I'm excited to test this one out because I usually just don't test out bone stock rigs. I moved everything a little bit forward. You put that nice, inexpensive system on here, and my hopes are really high. We'll see if this Sequre system can secure a regular spot in one of my rigs. I do want to mention a quick price on this, and I'll have all the links in the description that you need. The price, I think, for both of them is around $50, which that's a really good price for such a high quality item and unit you're getting here, it seems like. Please, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share. It helps out the channel a great deal. And let's get out to Cul-de-sac Canyon. Please excuse the glare that's on the lens. I was testing out a new ND filter and did not get the lens covered all the way, so I got this little glare. Very sorry about that, but it's kind of minimum. Just bear with me. I didn't have enough time to change it. Now let's see what it's got on a little tougher lines. But remember, this is not to see, you know, how the truck climbs and if it flips. This is just testing the system. So we're going to put it through a little bit more here. We're going to feel the drag brake, see what it feels like. Okay, that's holding right there, but it did go back a little bit. See what it does on this incline. Yeah, it's wanting to roll back some, but bear in mind, I have not changed any settings at all. This is straight out of the box. Those tires just not wanting to hook up right now. There we go. The reverse is real good too. It's not real jumpy straight out of the box. A lot of them are. past my ProTech flag there. You know me, I love burnouts. All right, we're gonna get a couple little speed runs and then we're gonna check the temperature. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. Try to get a little too juicy right there. That can't be right. It says 72 degrees. It's like 72 degrees outside here. It's not, I mean, it's just barely warm to the touch. Maybe a little warmer than the plastic. So that's really good. The ESC, I can't feel anything at all. It feels absolutely the same temp as it did when I put it in. All right, let's go inside, have some final thoughts. Okay, that was a lot of fun. I always have a really good time doing these type of tests. Let's see what we learned. We know the low speed crawlability is right up there with the top performers. You can get it as low and as slow as you want to go. It's a super nice compact design, so it'll fit right in anything. And also, I wanted to do this larger vehicle rather than a SCX24 to see how it handled the heat. Right now here in Florida, it's about 72, 73 degrees, not really hot. You wouldn't expect anything to overheat, but I definitely expected to put the thermometer on it and to see more heat from it, but I just didn't. That was a good thing. It has a really smooth startup. There's plenty of power, no cogging at all. And like I said, I didn't even use the dongle to do any programming to it. So I'm looking forward to getting into that some. So I think we can probably fix the drag brake issue with a little tuning. You usually can. So I'm not gonna chalk that down as a miss on their part. However, some people that don't really want to go in and go programming, they would like to have it right out of the box programmed where, you know, you get on a hill, the drag brake holds, you don't roll down. Now the price, like I said, the price I think is around $50 for both of them. I'll have links in the description. I like to say Sequre did send me this, but they did not give me any parameters, what to say, what not to say. So this is a totally unbiased, I don't really like to call them reviews, but a totally unbiased test for me and you guys. So my main criteria, what I always say to myself about anything that I test is, would I buy it again, or would I get another one? And for me, this one is an absolute yes. For the price and the performance, it's right up there with the top guys. And with that, I'd like to thank Sequre for sending it to me. But before you go anywhere, I've got a video over here I'd like for you to go check out, or a playlist, either one.